I am playing with a little piece of aluminum here that I ran through the slip roll to put that little curve in. And then I pounded a little dent in it right there. And I wanted to show you guys a cheap, easy way when you're working with metal and you have a little imperfection. You know, like this big aluminum sculpture I've been working on. I get little dents and twists and little kinks in it and what have you. And this little set of tools right here is really, really helpful for smoothing everything off and getting it ready to put some kind of finish on it. It's an auto body set, commonly known as body dollies. So what you get are different curves, different radiuses. You also get different heights for reaching into a real tight place, a little, more open place you can reach into. But what you want really is the weight of this whole piece. So when you get behind a piece of metal, you can reach down inside there like, the fender on your car. That's what these were originally intended for. But I find them really, really useful on some of these bigger sculptures that I make. And with this, you can reach in behind, select the right kind of hammer you want. With just a rounded head so you don't leave a hammer mark. And it's got the little point on it. If you're working down in a hole somewhere trying to work on a little wrinkle or something, that's what the point is for. And a little rounded head, you can always take your dolly and go on the outside of your panel and reach in with this and be able to knock it back out. It's going to leave the impression of the hammer in there. Once you finally start getting into that curve, you're going to make more of a mess. This, for working on the inside of a curve. And just to show you what I'm talking about, dolly, inside the curve. And just pound that dent right back out again, smooth that back off where it's nice and smooth, where it's supposed to be. Come back with a grinder, touch it with a grinder just a little bit. You're all done. It takes the dent out. You don't have to use, body putty on it. You might put just a little spot of, spot putty or something like that, just to fix some little imperfection that you can't grind out. And how do you know when you're done? Not only by the feel of it up here on the top, but when you're holding that dolly at the bottom, in the bottom of it, and you're pounding on that dent, if you listen to it real careful, you'll hear kind of a hollow sound, like you're not hitting anything. Well, that's because you're not. That dent is actually taller than the dolly underneath it. As you push that dent back down, all of this metal is going to come down and lay right against that dolly. And then what you're going to notice is, as you're pounding on the metal up here, your hand wants to move underneath it. So you can feel it in your hand. Where do we find them? Well, out on Amazon, type in body dollies. A whole big long list of them in there. These are they were about $38, I think it was, $40. So hopefully that'll help a few of you out on the projects you're working on. And speaking of working, why don't you reach down and hit that subscribe button for me. I'm going to put this away. I'm going to go back to what I was doing, and I'll see you guys next time.